What's an American issue you are too European to understand? The McDonald's ice cream machine being broken. Dude, we don't get it either. Obligatory. I am an American but work remotely for a European country. My European colleagues cannot wrap their heads around the fact that I do not have employment contracts. Recently I had a conversation with a colleague and I could see her visibly glitch after she made a comment about something being in my employment contract and I told her that I don't have one. What? I didn't know this. This is crazy. How come you hear about so much workplace litigation in America if there's no contract to back the employee up? I've lived in the US for 30 plus years and I still don't understand the fraternity, sorority system, monsieur. I was in one and I still don't understand. ISPs actually having data caps on wired connections in 2019. It's only in some states, but why does the cap to exist to begin with? We existed without it perfectly fine beforehand, and now we need one. Bullshit. It's just another way for Comcast to milk more money out of the consumer. Edit. I appreciate all of the replies and upvotes. Unfortunately I cannot reply to everyone. I'll be upvoting the replies that make sense, or amuse me, since I can't reply to all of you. And Lieutenant 3, and GT, why does the cap to exist to begin with? Because many of the telecom companies own or in bed with media companies and the majority of consumer applications that use terabytes of data every month are associated with alternative delivery of entertainment media. If you're Time Warner, or at DirecTV, you don't want people to cut the cord on your digital media subscriptions. So you impose data caps, to make sure that it's painful for the customers that choose not to subscribe to your TV package as well. Why are you incapable of building bathroom stalls without a 5 cm gap in it? For everyone asking what 5 cm is, it is roughly 2 inches or 166,667 feet in your fantastic way of measuring things. I'll be honest, I didn't even realize that other countries didn't have a gap in the stall. I don't know why we do. Why pay for the biggest soda cup if there are free refills for the small? McDonald's actually charges the same price for any size. So you might as well get the big one for when you leave. Is this one? Where are the streetlights in mostly part of the neighborhoods? 2 cars passing you in highway by the right line, 3 driving with 16 yo. Voting with 18 yo. But not being able to drink until 21 yo. Crazy. If cars are passing you on the right it's cause you're slow. Lane discipline amongst Americans is abject shit. Seriously. I joked that the fast lane in Colorado is the right one, because everybody's stopped over in the left. It's illegal to just hang out over there, but enforcement is rare at best. I seriously came up on a guy one time in the left lane in I-70 in the western part of the state. Nobody else around, and he's doing 50 in a 75. In all fairness, I was going probably 85. I mean, on one hand it was nice to not have to change lanes to shoot around him. But on the other hand, WTF. The first time one of my German friends was riding with me, I thought she was going to freak out when I passed a guy on the right. I understand I can't do this in your country, but over here it's the only way to get around some of these holes. Your bathrooms. What idiot thought it was okay to have very small doors with gaps on all sides in every stall? How are you supposed to quietly poop and stink and fart without everyone seeing you? I can understand why you are so afraid of unisex bathrooms. I'm still baffled by it too, sticking stuff into laws that have nothing to do with law itself. You'd have law on traffic safety and somebody would stick in passage rider, I believe they are called, that prohibits abortion without consent of the father. I mean, how can you even stick a clause that has nothing to do with actual topic? Every time I see a video about it I cringe. The behavior depicted is always utterly disgusting and so unbelievably primal. Over here we have a prolonged period where sales are allowed. And even though there's more shoppiers than normal, I can't recall people being desperate for a stupid discounted ITE monsieur. Edit. A lot of very decent responses here, thanks you. I'm very happy to see this is completely overblown and that I was wrong for a big portion of it. That being said, it seems like media is a big problem. I've been to several Black Fridays in a ton of big stores, and I've never seen anything close to what videos show. I also live in the Midwest and people are really antisocial here. I went to Walmart last time and I saw a max of maybe 20 people. And GT, I went to Walmart last time and I saw a max of maybe 20 people. This gave me an introvert boner. Lunch? Why is that a thing? Why are the children being held accountable and unable graduate? It's a goddamn lunch. I once had a letter sent home because I was $20 in lunch debt. Pretty crazy how that is, but whatever. Edit. Meant $2 lol. We make my son lunch every day. He doesn't eat school lunch or breakfast. We get a letter every day saying he has no money in his lunch account. Getting really annoyed, I added $10 to the account, just to stop getting letters. Now I get letters saying he only has $10 in his lunch account. Fuck off, he doesn't eat lunch from the We sent a note back saying he doesn't eat lunch there, we give him lunch. We still get notices. Fuck off. Edit. Huh? Platinum monsieur. Didn't think this would be a comment worthy. Lol. Asian here, but why wear shoes inside your homes? I live in Arizona. Scorpions is why. Exactly. Shit ruins your day. My mom got stung on a nerve and still can't close her left hand all the way after 15 plus years. Why do you pay the taxes yourself? It's way easier to have it done for you by your state, country, since you have to pay anyway. Tax companies lobby the government so that the IRS cannot do them for us. Edit. Tax companies are businesses that sell software that help you to fill out your tax return or offer services to do your taxes for you. Here are some links for you non-Americans, which you have to imagine is the easiest lobbying of all time. Hey Gov, instead of you paying employees and systems to auto-file everyone's taxes, why don't you just not, and then they can pay us to do it, and if they get it wrong you can fine or jail them, monsieur. Free labor or a paycheck, win-win. School debt. A lot of this had to do with the federal government getting into the student loan business. They will basically give a loan to anyone with a pulse, regardless of what they're majoring in or how long they're going to school for. In turn, colleges raised their tuition costs because they knew that the government would foot the bill. Before the government got involved, college was actually affordable. I'm surprised nobody has mentioned the prison population. Punishment is the mindset of the prison system, monsieur. The threat of prison time is supposed to stop people from committing crime, and treats it as solely a voluntary choice by someone who intends to harm another or society. The logic therefore means rehabilitation is useless, and harsh consequences have to be used to prevent crime. This reflects the idea of personal responsibility in all areas of life, which is a major tenet of modern American philosophy. The end result is high recidivism of criminal by circumstances, lack of treatment of mentally ill criminals, and continuing support of mandatory minimum sentences as well as execution. I agree, it's the idea to isolate crimes from the environment. In order to heal you have to see both personal responsibility and community responsibility. IMO. One without the other never will work. Showing prices before tax, like my dudes, it looks cheaper, but it ain't a G-mang IDGI. I'm Canadian, and when I visited Europe one of my first purchases was like $4.99, and when the cashier scanned it and said, that comes to 4.99 inches, I was like surprise Pikachu face, wait what? But I've acquired this useless skill of calculating 13% on everything. Anything that happens in high school really. Edit. Geez, I'm getting a lot of replies. I'd like to respond to them all and discuss some more, but I don't really have that much time. Sorry. If you're going by our films, those are full of exaggerated stereotypes. Real high schools rarely resemble the movies. For one, the teenagers attending are way less hot in reality. The lack of paid maternity leave. The thought of having to hand my children to strangers and go back to work weeks after giving birth. Nobody seems enraged about what that must do to babies and mothers. I think a good portion of that is, a lot of people just don't even know that there is an alternative. Until I started talking to people in other countries, paying attention to worldwide information, I was not even aware that American paid time off and maternity leave was shit. I was perfectly happy with my employer for providing me 2 weeks paid vacation because that is significantly better than a lot of small employers like mine offer. So in turn you are grateful to your job for even allowing maternity leave, not getting mad that it is not longer. What? 2 weeks and can't be taken all at once? What's the point even? I'm Australian and I know we're known for having approximately 500 days of holidays each year. But for a full-time worker the minimum is 4 weeks paid leave each year. And then you can negotiate for even more flexibility. So for instance, I can take my 4 weeks at full pay, or I could negotiate to say take 8 weeks at half pay, if my employer agrees. How do you not go completely insane only having 2 weeks a year away from work? And not even all at once? To me that legit sounds like a form of torture.